How do you adjust your training when life stress, sleep, and recovery isn't perfect? This is a very good question that I've actually gotten from my clients recently. I think it's a great opportunity to sit down and have a chat with you guys. Because as athletes, we would absolutely love to see those external variables being taken care of, so our performance in the gym is its best. However, life isn't really linear. Things are very unpredictable, and sometimes we kind of have to pivot things around and make a couple of changes in our training program so it actually matches our lifestyle and our needs. The question that we should be asking ourselves is, how much is our recovery going to be affected, or how much is going to be affected in the future? Because based on that, we're going to make the changes into our program. If we only have something like 1 to 2 days in which our sleep just wasn't its best, should we be changing our training program? In some circumstances, that might be a good idea. In some others, for example, if you're just finishing the week and it's the last training session, maybe your performance isn't going to be its best, but I don't think it's a necessity to actually make a change into your training program. On the other hand, if you're in a situation, for example, in which you have a long period of exams, or you're the CEO and you have to open up a new facility, or you have to move, well, that's going to be 1 to 2 to 3 weeks in which you're going to be very busy and maybe very stressful. So in that case, maybe scaling things back might be a good idea. Maybe changing the frequency. If you're training 5 times a week, scale back to 3 times a week. That's automatically going to take care of the overall volume. The research suggests that 1/3 of the volume that you're usually training with is going to be enough to actually maintain your gains. So you don't necessarily need to go to 1/3 that low, but you can definitely reduce some of the volume and some of the intensity with which you're actually training. So you're actually maintaining what you've actually built. And once you're actually done with that stressful period, you can actually start gaining momentum again. It all comes down to autoregulation. If you know that volume is usually tapping your energy, then it's a good idea to actually scale back. If you feel like you're having too much intensity for this period of time into your training, it's okay to actually change the rep ranges or change the weights that you're actually working with. In such a manner, you're actually going to be able to have the recovery to both train and also be productive where you actually need it.